Good morning. It was a crime that shocked people right across Metro Vancouver, the murder of a Delta teen in broad daylight. Now a judge will decide if the 17-year-old boy who killed Laura Zendre should be sentenced as an adult. In 2010, Zendre was beaten severely within earshot of the friend she was walking to meet. She died in hospital the next day. A 21-year-old man pled guilty to second-degree murder last year. He cannot be named because of his age at the time of the killing. An adult sentence would mean life in prison with no chance of parole for 7 years. If sentenced as a youth, he would spend 4 years in jail and serve 3 in the community. The people who regulate dental care in BC think they may have another rogue dentist on their hands. Investigators with the College of Dental Surgeons converged on a house in the northeast part of Vancouver yesterday morning. They seized loads of dental equipment from what appeared to be an illegal clinic. The college says it was tipped off by a patient. Despite the raid, some patients were still showing up to the house.
We served him with the documents. We've given him a receipt for the items seized.
Yeah.
And now we have to go to the next step. So
the next step being?
We take all of this to the court, to the judge, and get some direction.
The raid came 2 days after suspected illegal dentist David Wu was sentenced to 30 days in jail. He is still on the run after the college raided his home in May. A Surrey woman who's been the subject of more than 1,100 nuisance complaints could become the first condo owner in BC forced to sell her unit for bylaw violations. Rose Jordison and her adult son Jordy are no longer living in the Guildford complex after complying with an earlier court order. The Strata Council's lawyer says the BC Court of Appeal must uphold an order forcing them to sell, so there's no chance of them returning to harass other owners. He says Jordy stomped around in work boots and his mother intimidated neighbors for years despite repeated warnings and thousands of dollars in fines.
There's a number of people in the building who have lost sleep, who've had anxiety. I know there's at least one who's had to get medical assistance because of just the sheer angst around the whole situation.
Jordison's lawyer says BC law does not allow for the forced sale of a property because of misbehavior. He suggests jail time instead. The BC Court of Appeal will issue its decision at a later date. After 4 years of negotiations, Canada and the European Union announced an agreement in principle on a free trade deal this morning. Prime Minister Harper is in Brussels for the announcement. Ottawa says the comprehensive economic and trade agreement could increase Canada's gross domestic product by $12 billion and help create an additional 80,000 jobs. But the government must still sell the idea to the provinces and territories. The EU's 28 member countries must also ratify the agreement. That could take up to 2 years. It is a global phenomenon that reaches hundreds of thousands of kids around the globe, showing them how they can make a difference. We Day is happening at Rogers Arena today, and that is where we find Greg Harper. Greg?
Good morning, Jody. Yes, there's going to be around 20,000 students from 700 different schools all arriving at Rogers Arena today because it is a We Day. And We Day, this is an event, a movement that has grown considerably since it first started in 2007. It's a global event now. It's about educating youth of today, inspiring them to maybe make a change one day locally and globally. Joining me is Dalal now. She's the executive director of We Day. What goes into setting up something like this?
It's really exciting. It takes really a village to really do a We Day, between thousands of volunteers that are helping us to put this event together, to the talent, to the educators, to the students that come together to really celebrate global actions and local actions as well.
There's going to be a number of speakers speaking on various issues of the day, a number of performers too. Hedley, Avril Lavigne just announced a couple days ago. How challenging is that to corral all of these high-profile people?
It's been really amazing to work with this amazing talent that come in to support We Day activities, and they're just such a pleasant people to work with because they really believe in the power of young people to make a difference in their own communities.
And real quick, what can the kids expect to see today when coming out here?
Amazing, amazing day of inspiration, amazing day of education educational materials as well. And really, people are going to have a great time, have a great fun, and they're starting to come in from various schools. We have over 700 schools participating in We Day across British Columbia.
Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
All right, Jody, lots more coming up. We're going to talk to some of the kids too. This is an exciting day for thousands of kids throughout our province.
Indeed.
Jody?
Thanks for that. Greg Harper reporting live for us from Rogers Arena this morning. All right, it is 6:35, time for sports, and for that we head to the Connected Studios. Here's James Cebulski.